Well, good morning, lovely ladies and gentlemen. Steve Collins coming to you from beautiful San Antonio, Texas, the second most powerful, passionate, purposeful coach and speaker in the world. Let me just address something real quickly. A lot of people have freak out moments when they realize you do my videos in my car. I've been doing a live video every day, almost every single day for about 3 years now. I have a straight stretch of road that leads to my office about 8 miles long, and I can see straight down the road, and everybody's in bumper to bumper, super slow traffic. Driving with my fierce wife is distracting. Driving with my 6 kids is distracting. Driving while having a phone call with somebody else I have to concentrate on is distracting. Speaking what I know from the heart into outer space while I'm going about 2 miles an hour is the easiest part of my life. So don't let anybody get no word about me, all right? We're going to have a conversation for you here, all right? Now, one of my most popular educational, motivational, and inspirational videos that I ever created was called Yes, We Can Do Lunch. In about 3 months, maybe. It was called Yes, We Can Do Lunch in about 3 months, maybe. And it went into the details of what it is like behind the scenes in the lives of top performers. Top performers simply being defined as the complete opposite of what Zig Ziglar, my mentor, called people who are a wandering generality. A wandering generality is a person who is just que sera, whatever will be, everything's gonna be fine, whatever happens, happens. If it's meant to be, it's gonna happen. If God wants me to eat, he will bring a check to my front door, delivered in a limo. Stuff like that, you know. God does create worms for the birds, but he doesn't dig them out of the ground themselves and throw them in their nests. You know what I'm saying? You got to do your part. He will not do your part, and you cannot do his part. So you got to do your part, free him up to do his part. So I say this when it comes to a highly focused and intentional life, the exact opposite of a person who is a wandering generality. Zig Ziglar called a meaningful specific. A meaningful specific defines a person who has extremely clear goals, along with an extremely clear plan to achieve those goals, and an unusually high commitment to execute the daily activities required to reach those goals. You see, most people are not that focused. So fiercely focused friends can bring really bummed butthurt bros. And chicks too, I guess. I just say bros because, you know, it is what it is. But many times when a person begins to pull incredible focus on what it is that they intend to achieve, that shifts their world. Now, let me just say this. There is no such thing as time management. That's like saying wind management. Okay, there's wind management, or you just don't, let me manage the oil slipping through my hands. It's really not an issue of time management. The conversation in your head should be self-management within the confines of this construct called time. Self-management. Self-management is recognizing that there is a certain amount of daylight and darkness before you get tired. And if you are going to maximize the amount of productivity that you achieve from the time you get up to the time you're tired again and ready to go back to bed, then you must be very clear on what those actions and activities are, and you've got to build them into your schedule. So fiercely focused friends can bring bummed butthurt bros because they're like, where you at, man? Where you at? I don't see you no more. One of my favorite things that made me laugh several years ago, I saw a picture of a group of dudes, and there was another young dude, and they were like, hey man, we don't see you at the club no more. And he said, I don't see y'all at the bank. The brother had different priority. He was attempting to create for himself a newer, better life. He was attempting to create for himself something that is worth leaving a legacy to those behind him, something that can affect those people around him today. So if you find that you have a friend who has become fiercely focused, don't be bummed, don't be butthurt, bro. You have the opportunity to be supportive. Now, the reason most people don't get supportive and they get butthurt that leads from this diagnosis of butthurt into hating is because this person now is a reflection of your lack of commitment to pursue your dreams. And now they are a reminder that you are maybe in first or second gear when they've hit fourth gear. And that can be a little bit uncomfortable if you tell yourself the story of comparison. Now, if you allow yourself to be encouraged and inspired by that, well, now you have a little extra motivation. You might say, hey, bro, I see you. I see what you're doing. I like it. You know what? It's about time for me to get my stuff together too. You know what? Hey, can you share with me any resources that you're utilizing? What books are you reading? What relationships do you have? What have you been listening to that you think would help me to begin this path as well, so that I can start moving in that direction? Now, when you're in the middle of it, you don't tend to hear a whole lot of that chatter or conversation, but when that conversation shows up is when the results of your fiercely focused season begin to manifest. Then people go, hey, look at that. What? Where did that come from? How did he do that? How did he accomplish that? And you now become an example. So, ladies and gentlemen out there, if you have a friend that has somewhat seemed to have fallen off the radar, they probably come fiercely focused as your friend, and don't get bummed or butthurt. It's time for you to support them, to come alongside them, to encourage and encourage them to continue to pursue what is in their heart, knowing that, get this principle, you reap what you sow. If you support another person in their personal growth and development, someone's going to come alongside you to support you in your personal growth and development. I hope today you decide that you will become that fiercely focused friend who, by rising up in your own life, causes others around you to rise up too. Have a great Friday, guys.